If you're anything like me, you've probably heard of the term credit score from that one family member who loves complaining about why theirs is so low. So in this video, I'll be going over the top 4 best ways that you can start building your credit score at any age above 18. One great way of building your credit score if you aren't looking to get a credit card right away is by downloading a credit building app, which you'll have access to once you become 18. One great example of a credit building app is Credit Strong. And pretty much what this app does is it allows you to make a monthly subscription to their service of around $15 a month, which they'll then use to report payment history consistently under your name, so that when any bank or any loan departments pull up your credit score or past payment history, they'll see that you made consistent payments. By doing this, you'll gain all the same benefits of having a credit card as if you were purchasing on it every single month, but you will not have to pay any interest because you won't really be buying anything on a credit card. The only downside to Credit Strong is that it'll take at least 3 months for all your payments to start appearing on your credit report. But afterwards, you can expect your credit score to start rising drastically, as these payments will highly affect the momentum at which your credit score will be reported and recorded. In many cases, some people have seen their credit score rise 30 points in just the first few months, and sometimes even after a year, their credit score rises 70 points just by them making a consistent payment of around $15. Now, for those of you who are wondering if this is a scam or if it's legit, Credit Strong is actually FDIC approved, meaning that you will not have to worry about it being a scam, and it is completely approved by the government and is a legal way to build your credit score. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Credit Score, and also any information discussed in this video is not financial advice, so please be sure to do your own research. Next up, if you know anybody with an incredible credit score, try asking them if they'd be down to let you co-sign under them. These people could include your parents, a friend, close friend, cousin, whatever the case may be. Those people are allowed to co-sign you under their name. If they had a long history of making payments on time and consistently, that same information will be reported under your name, so it's definitely a great thing to do if you want to get co-signed. By getting co-signed, it will appear that all their recent payments that they were making on time and in an orderly fashion will also come up as your payment history. So if they have a long history of making several payments on time, you pretty much have a long history of making several payments on time, which is great for purchasing a house because the banks will see you as a reliable source to give a loan to. The best part about this is it's allowing you to build your credit score much more passively without really having to go through the strain of building it constantly over the years. Now, if your co-signer does give you access to the credit card that they receive under your name, you will have to make sure to make these payments on time, because just as much as it will affect your credit score if you don't, it will also affect your co-signer. And in order to avoid any mistakes such as that, you want to make sure to stay under 30% of your credit limit, because that will negatively impact your credit score if you do go over. So if you had a $200 credit limit, at least stay within the $60 range. So if you do know anybody with a great credit score, try giving them a call after you click off of this video, or shoot them a text message and ask them if they'd be down to let you co-sign. Because if you're looking to purchase a house, this could be the last little push that you need to be able to qualify for that low interest loan. One trick that a lot of people don't know about is making sure that you pay all your bills on time. One fun fact that I have for you is that if you pay all your utility bills on time, they actually won't come up on your credit report. But if you do make any late payments, it will negatively affect your credit score, which might sound unfair, and I think it is personally, but that's just how the system goes, so it is what it is. In the case that you often do make your utility payments quite late, your credit score might have a hard time bouncing back, because that's a payment that you do have to make every single month. So if you're always late to those, your credit score is definitely being brought down by those late payments. Another thing that you probably didn't know is that making your medical bill payments late will also be reported on your credit score. But it doesn't appear if you make the payments on time again. The only thing with medical bills, however, is that you have to make the payments within the first 180 days, and then it won't negatively affect you. But anything after that will bring down your credit score and hold you down quite badly. For those of you who do have loans that's holding your credit score back, and you know this for a fact, you should definitely consider calling your provider or looking into their website to see if you could get your loans consolidated today, or if you can get a loan deferment application to submit, because you never know, you might be accepted. By getting your loans consolidated or either deferred, you'll have access to start building your credit score much faster because you won't have that extra weight holding you down. You can normally find a consolidation or deferment application on your provider's website, and you could also send over all the information necessary all electronically. So in the case that you don't want to go over to their department, you could always just go on their website and look under a few tabs, and you should be able to submit all the information through an electronic portfolio that will be sent to them within 3 business days. Now lastly, of course, we had to mention this one. This is the most common way of building your credit score, and that is getting a credit card. Now, one thing most of you might not know, like I was saying earlier, is that you don't want to go over 30% of your credit limit, because doing this will bring down your credit score and it'll make you seem like an irresponsible payer. So you always want to make sure to stay within that 30% range. And if you do want to boost your credit score, don't feel hesitant to contact your provider and ask them if you could qualify for a higher credit limit. Using a credit card will allow any banks or loan departments to see how long you've been making payments consistently and to see how reliable of a source, like I said earlier, you would be for them to lend money to. So if you don't make your payments consistently, chances are you'll either get no loan at all, or you'll get a loan but with a very high interest rate because you're more of a risk. One thing about credit cards is the longer you have them, the better it is for you. So if you've been making your payments consistently and on time for each credit card that you have, and you've had it open for a long time, you probably have one of the best credit scores out here that everybody's aiming to shoot for. And if you are the type of person who's had a credit card for a very long time or plan on having one for a long time and making all your payments on time, you'll most likely surpass the national average credit score of a 698 with ease. The Discover It Secured credit card is one of the best choices you can make right now, as this one was created for beginners and it allows you to start building your credit score with no interest at all. The best thing to do when starting off with a credit card is making your daily purchases on it and just paying it off as soon as you make the purchase, so that it's reported to the company and so you don't have to pay any interest by waiting till the end of the month. Now, to sum up everything, one great way of building your credit score is by downloading a credit building app such as Credit Strong. Find a cosigner to put you under their name so that you can start using their recent credit history to build your personal score. Another good trick is making your monthly payments, whether it be bills, utility bills, or just your car payments. Make all those payments on time to avoid any late payment drawdown. And lastly, just like we just covered, the most important and yet one of the most popular ways of building your credit score is by getting a credit card. So if you're 18 and up, make sure you follow some of these tricks or all of them to start building your credit score and get it to the max as soon as possible. And if you found any of these tips useful, please be sure to subscribe and hit that like button because it truly helps the channel out. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
See you, chump.